Hello and welcome everyone. We are going to be talking today about 10 things that I like about this vehicle. And of course, the Civic hatchback. Why might be actually selling it. So let's get along, take a look at the top 10 things that I enjoyed about this car. And we got to about 1,000 miles right now. So without further ado, let's go on with the video. So first things that I want to go into, what I like or dislike about this car, and we're going to be starting with this thing which I have a very mixed batch about, and this is definitely cool looking. One of the reasons why you should be actually getting this, and I'll be telling you later on why I don't actually like it right now. But I did when I actually bought it. So sport suspension, it's very nice when you actually buy it. It gives you a very great look. This is actually the best looking one that you can get from the Honda. And of course the biggest issue is this, how low to the ground this is, and also how flat your tire is going to be because of this as well. So keep this in mind when you're actually buying this. A few modifications that I have decided to do when I just bought this vehicle include the following. This right here makes it look kind of nice and cool. So this is just a modification that I did to this. Reason number two why I like this car is the twin mean looking exhaust that comes right back from it. Reason number three is this right here. It just looks really cool on the back of this car. Now, a few other things about it. Well, the twin looking hood on the back of it, whatever you call this, those wings, there is double one in here and over there. Of course, this actually has another issue with it, although I like the way it looks. Spiders love to crawl under this, and it's actually a pain to really clean it up. It's a minor issue, but it's kind of annoying at the same exact time. Now, let's open up this car, including the trunk, and you will see my next modification that I did. And one of the reasons why I like it as well. So this is reason number 4 why I actually like this vehicle, is that it is a hatchback. You can post things in here, a lot of free space as well. It is bigger than the Honda Accord. You can drop those seats right here by just opening them up and just drop them down. So you get a lot of extra storage space that you can put a lot of things in here. So here is one thing in here, and here's the modification that I did. I actually bought this thing on eBay and I put it right here, and it's great because this is not gonna get wet. And if your dog has an accident or anything else, it is great for that. Now, one issue that I had is actually this is not so great for another reason. For example, nothing really gets secured to this. There is a reason why most people prefer to have the actual mat on the bottom, and the reason for that, it is easier for you to secure items to it just because of the Velcro attachment that you can use, and in this one you can't. So let's fast forward to cool reason number 5 what I like about this car, and I will tell you about the accident as well, how I like this vehicle. But this is it right here. This is kind of cool. You can just move it up over here and it gives you a shade of privacy. Now this is really controversial item. I wish they had something that you could just put in here that's gonna make it a lot more stable than that, because things can just bump up. I think over the long term this thing will rip or anything can happen to this. It's not one of the best things that they ever created. You can already see the issue right here I'm having with it. So this is Some people are gonna love it, other people are not. I do like the hinges right here. You can see them right there, both hinges. That's gonna make this car very great for the trunk opening. And I wish they had this for the hood of it as well, when you just open up the car. Okay, back to reason number 6 with the sport Honda Civic hatchback. Wait, I think it's number 5. Number 5 reason why I like about this car, you get this all in leather enclosed, really cool looking. And this brings us to number 6 reason right here, which is this right there, sports shift. You go all the way to sports, and then what you can do is you can go and use the pedals right here. Those are, and you can use them to switch the speeds between this car is going for. So that's all manual. So you're actually going on sports mode and you're manually moving this, which is number 6. Reason number 7 is this right here. Yes, actual volume knob. One of the prime reasons why I bought this vehicle. The volume knob itself is kind of cool. Talking about reason number 8, which you might actually think is silly, I get an actual key. That's right, there is an actual key that I can plug into the ignition, turn this on. Which brings us to reason number 9, why I like this car. I think I'm at number 9 right now. Very simple. All of this is not right here. So all you have to do is just to press on the different buttons. And you can get all your control with actual buttons instead of you having to find it all over here and try to find it inside everything. It's just a mess. So this car has actual buttons where you can set everything in. And you can set how fast it goes, how low it is, how high it is, just by pressing. And you can do the temperature gauge right here, which is really cool, by the way. I really love this from the Honda. I think we're up to number 10 now. Speedometer is really the reason number 10. Actual real speedometer you're getting here, including this, and it doesn't come out. All this stuff is not graphic interface. This is actually built right into the screen. So when you turn this off, it is still here. You can really see it right there. So I really like this about this vehicle. A few complaints about this as well. Well, before the complaint is the seat are like this, how this looks like, the two-tone right here, the two-tone right there. Make sure you get it black on black because it just looks awesome. And the complaint is the sports model does not have the sun right here. There's nothing in here. What am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for the whatever it's called. Man, I totally lost it. So if they don't have the sunscreen or this whole thing in here, it makes it look like a cave. This is just, I don't know, I feel like a cave inside this car. It is just insane, the amount of darkness that you get in this vehicle. Now, if you live in New York State, you also get an awesome thing about this car. You can't tint the back windows. I wish you could, but you can't. You can't tint any of the windows in this vehicle because it's a passenger car. This is only for New York State residents. And this is a big bummer. I wish I could tint all those back windows. I want it to be even darker in the back there. Now, I do like a sunroof. This is what I'm looking for. And the sport version doesn't have it. The Canadian version has a sunroof to this car. This one doesn't. It is really a huge bummer. So this car got into an accident, which is going to cost thousands of dollars to repair. Make sure you always have a car insurance for your car. Otherwise, it's going to cost you so much more money to repair. This is one of the reasons I'm thinking about switching to another car, depending on the settlement or everything else. I don't know. I'm having second thoughts about having this. Maybe getting a SUV or something like that. Just because this space in the car is just so small. There's only so many things that you can post in this vehicle. What you've seen over there, this is not the actual seat covers. This is something that I use right there because I have a pet. Now, let's get out of this car and show you a few other cool things about it. Not cool, but what happened to this car, the force damage. You probably want to see what happened. And here it is. So the force damage that I had happened to this car was an accident, scratch, and the car just swiped this vehicle. This is thousands of dollars. We're talking about almost $5,000 of damage that happened to this car. Right here, I don't know if you can see this, I'm gonna make this much more brighter. So there was a dent right here, and over here this whole thing got scratched or something. And those wheels are so expensive. We're talking about like $500. This is almost $1,000 wheel job to replace those, plus those rims as well. More damage. This thing right here got scratched. I don't know if you can see how scratched this is. Probably still wonder how come it's like almost $5,000 of damage. Well, this actually broke and it is not working anymore. So that's a big bummer. A lot of cosmetic damage. Here there was actually a scratch that goes right into the front window and you can't get rid of it as well. More damage. You can see this huge scratch. And this is right into the metal too. You can't get rid of this. More right here. And it continues going. And keeps going. And right here keeps going. You see this keeps going. So it is the whole entire facade of this vehicle got actually damaged by this. It looks pretty small, but you can't get rid of it. Which means that this whole panel has to go. Every one of those panels. This panel, this panel, this panel, and this specific panel, I think, yes, this panel also, because of this damage right here, will have to all get replaced. That's a lot of money we are talking about, including this, which got broken and no longer works. Now you can actually tell why this actually adds up money. Top it off, this also got damaged as well. You can see it right here, most swiped, right here as well, most swiped. And here it is, it chipped this one, and this wheel got actually damaged too. So we're talking about huge amount of, a lot of it is really cosmetic damage, but still, it's a brand new vehicle, 2 months, I don't know, a few months old, and we're already looking at severe damage that happened to it. Thankfully now nobody got hurt, and most of it is cosmetic, but still, this is a brand new vehicle. So with that said, having second thoughts about this car, I like it, I don't like it, and it's up to you to decide what you think of my video. This is the vehicle itself. This is the Honda Sports hatchback version. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you did, I hope you like it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.